So, you've met a girl, or there's a girl you like, and you want to ensure you can keep her around long term by not friend zoning yourself. Now, the friend zone is something which most of you, if not all of you, will be very familiar with. This is this weird grey space where, although she may consider you as her friend, you're not really her friend, but you're also not in a romantic relationship with her. She's put you in the category as a friend because she wants to let you down easily and not hurt your feelings, but being in the friend zone is probably the worst thing possible. You might as well not know the girl because being the friend whilst having attraction towards her is more painful than not knowing her in the first place. So in this video, I'm going to cover the best 3 ways to make sure you do not end up in the friend zone, because it's easier than what you think, but also if you don't have this training or this knowledge, you're very likely to end up in this. And if you've ever heard a girl say, you know, I like you, or you're nice, but, or I just want to be friends with you, basically what she meant is she had zero sexual attraction towards you, she didn't view you as a sexual being, and she never wanted to have S3X with you. And if this is the case, you should be deeply, deeply offended, because she's basically denying you, because she's basically saying that you are not man enough to be with me. So let's get into it. Number 1, this is extremely simple and very obvious, but I'll tell you anyway. Only see her one-to-one. If you are trying to get a girl onto a date and she says, can my friend come? Or yeah, you can come and see me and my friends. She's trying to friend zone you, and she's doing this because she doesn't want to see you one-on-one and lead you on and give you the wrong impression. So if a girl tries to do this, you have to say to her, I'd rather see you by yourself. And if she pushes back, that's your signal or your message that she doesn't want to date you and she has no interest in having any kind of romantic relationship with you. Now, if she will not see you one-to-one, you can respectfully say to her, look, I'm not interested in being your friend, so if you don't want to see me one-on-one, I'm probably not going to see you. If you want to see you one-on-one after this, then perfect, you've set a boundary which is effective, but if not, no worries, you move on. A big issue I see with you guys is you try and convince a woman who has zero interest in you. If you guys learn to read the signs and signals which women give you, you would save yourself so much wasted time. For example, in my coaching, one of the things that the guys get with my coaching is daily access to me on WhatsApp, where they can send me screenshots of text messages, different profiles where I will help them get from their phone to a date, whether that's from an approach, from dating app, from Instagram. And so many guys are always asking me, Matthew, this girl ignored me, what can we say to get her back? And I always say the same thing, nothing, right? The medium is the message, and what this means is her lack of reply, her leaving you unread, seen, not even reading it, that is her saying to you, I have no interest. But us guys, we can be oblivious to this, and we don't pick up on the signals and the signs, as obvious as they may be. So if she's interested in you, you will know. If she's not interested in you, you'll be confused. If you live by this mantra, this saying, you will save a lot of wasted time, because when she's interested, she'll ask you so many questions, she'll organize dates, she'll want to see you, she'll propose time, she'll tell you everything about her. It'll be so obvious. But if she's not interested, she'll be dry, blunt, she'll not ask you questions, she'll take days to reply, she'll be very inconsistent, she'll tell you that she'll meet you, but then come the day, she'll cancel and bail. Look out for these signs, alright? So, number 2, how do you avoid the friend zone? Always say less than what is needed. I always compare dating to sales, and in sales, you can very easily talk yourself out of a sale by trying to oversell yourself, essentially, because by trying to oversell yourself, you make it seem like you are needy, you're desperate, you have something to prove. Somebody who is abundant, whether it's in dating or in business, they're not going to try and prove themselves because they know what they are worth and they know what they have to offer. And if somebody does not see that value, they're not going to break their neck trying to explain this. So if you are talking too much to a woman, to a girl, asking her too many questions, telling her too much about yourself, and generally you're speaking more than she is, this is a very good indicator that she's not that interested in you. Because when a woman is interested and fully relaxed and comfortable around you, she will not shut the fuck up. Every single girl that I've dated successfully, they talk and they talk and they talk, and it's actually very tiring and draining. And they do this because they want to win you over, right? They feel very comfortable around you and they are just talking at you because they want your approval, they want your attention. The less you can say to her, the more mysterious you will seem and the more attractive you will be, but also you have less chance of saying something retarded and stupid, which is going to fuck you over. One of my biggest issues when I was first dating, when I was younger, was that so often I would say just dumb shit. I'd try and make jokes that weren't funny at all. I'd make up random stories, I'd bring things up, and they'd pull this face like, why have you just told me that? And I could tell that I'd fucked things up basically. It's very frustrating. So don't make the mistake that I'd made or have made, and speak less than what is needed. And the final thing is number 3, and that is developing an aura. What do I mean by this? Your aura is your vibe, your energy. It's this abstract thing which exists around you, and it's basically how people perceive you and what they think of you. Now think of a very famous athlete or a rapper. Let's think of one. Drake, right? Okay, you can imagine Drake has an aura. Everywhere he goes, people are like mesmerized by him because he's so famous. His communication, his presence, because of, you know, who he is, what he's achieved. That's his aura. That's his energy he gives off. Now, most of you guys have this goofy, nice guy energy where you are constantly nodding at everything somebody says. You're smiling. You have these exaggerated facial expressions. All of these things which basically telegraph even that you are agreeable. You are a nice guy. So you need to stop acting so fucking goofy. Your aura, or the most successful aura you can have as a man who is single wanting to attract the best woman possible, it has to be very cool, very calm, very calculated, quite stoic, right? Almost like distant and avoidant. Everything that I'm describing right now is basically mysteriousness, right? Think of Peaky Blinders, Tommy Shelby, think of a Clint Eastwood, think of a Harvey Specter. Although we know things about them, we don't know everything because they do not show their emotions, and when they do it very selectively. Now, that's not me saying never show emotions, but if you're one of these guys who, when in conversation, you're like, yeah, constantly smiling, just moving too much, saying too much, over complimenting, you're gonna have this aura and this energy, this vibe that you are a nice guy. That is the easiest way to kill attraction because it is not attractive. It's actually very uncomfortable to be around somebody like this. I have several guys which I'm coaching who are like this. When I'm coaching them and the entire conversation, they're going, and they're like cutting me off. And I'm like, mate, stop it. Just shut up and listen to me. By doing this, you're seeming really uncomfortable, like you can't sit there in silence and listen to what I'm saying. A very powerful technique which you guys need to learn is to say nothing and do nothing. You're walking towards a destination, you're laser locked in and focused on that end goal. You're not looking around awkwardly, itching yourself, looking at the ground, pulling your phone out. The best example is in the gym. When I walk around the gym, I'm the fucking coolest guy in that gym. I walk so slowly, I move around so slowly. I'm not doing this awkward fidgeting, giving weird eye contact, but I see so many guys that when they're walking around, they're looking everywhere, right? And they're so awkward. And I know for a fact that women see this, and a woman is going to punish you and judge you for this. And she's not going to find you attractive or arousing because she will think that you're not a confident guy. You are uncomfortable in your own skin. And if you're not this confident guy in his own skin, how can you take care of her? Right? She has to be looking up to you thinking, wow, this guy's amazing. I can fully relax around him because he's so confident and at ease with himself. That's what she wants to feel and think. If you don't create this impression or this feeling for her, she's going to friend zone you because you are just not arousing enough, and there isn't that polarity there where she views you as very masculine, which makes her or allows her to be very feminine. Remember, polarity is the difference between the masculine and the feminine. And if you aren't projecting yourself as this masculine guy, then she has no option but to become masculine herself to fulfill that role, right? I.e. the opposite of feminine. If she's not feminine, she's going to become resentful of you and not be able to relax around you. If you want a girly girl who's very feminine, very kind, very nurturing, this only happens when you step up to the plate and you are this masculine guy. So I've said a lot of things here which you may be like, I have no idea what you mean. How do I use these things? How do I implement these things? I want to know more. If you go to my description, I have a 7-day free trial to my complete training platform, which people pay for. After the 7-day free trial, it is only $49, but if you don't want to pay that, watch as many videos as you can and then cancel the 7-day free trial. This platform will teach you literally everything you need to know to master dating, from your communication, your mindset, the pictures you need on dating apps, how to approach, escalation, running a date, and then keeping her interested. If that's something you're interested in, then go to the link in my bio where you can check this out for literally nothing. So until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.